Hey, how's it going everyone? It's Griffin here, and in today's video, we're going to be speaking about income streams, and more specifically, the income streams that make up for my total monthly income. Now, I actually made a video similar to this one over a year ago now, which is just crazy to me because since then, so much has changed both in my life as well as in my finances. Time has been just flying this past year, and in a sense, it feels like I made that video only a couple of days ago. Creating multiple income streams is something I speak about quite often on the channel and that I encourage absolutely everyone to try and accomplish at some point down the line so that you can transition away from relying only on one single source of income, which for most people is going to be employment income derived from a job. This was certainly the case for me when first starting out on my journey towards financial independence and just growing my wealth. But over the past 4 years or so, I've worked slowly towards increasing the amount of income streams. And now I'm at a point where on the average month, I'll have between 8 and 10 income streams, some active and some passive, that generate usually around $10,000 to $30,000 on the best month I've ever had. And I don't say that to gloat or anything of that manner. $10,000 to $35,000 is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I still can't even believe that sometimes, but other creators, especially in this space, will make $35K per day, and I'm not even making that up. But yeah, so I work crazy hard every single day to try and create as much value as possible through my videos, and then income is just a reflection of that value. Now, I'm sure that at some point or another, you've heard the saying that most millionaires have around 7 income streams that will make up their total income. Some are going to be active, and then some will be passive income streams. That's certainly the case for me. And so in today's video, I wanted to share all of these with the audience to maybe help motivate, spark up some ideas, and ultimately just be as transparent as possible with my audience around the idea of money and income streams, trying to basically break down the taboo barriers of money on my channel. And really, I just like watching these types of videos on other creators' channels as well, so why not share? Alright, so let's get right into it, starting with the active income streams. And I'd first like to mention that in that previous video I made, I was watching it before making this new one. The first active income source that I had at the time was employment income from my job, and that was roughly $2,700 per month at the time. Employment income derived from a job is pretty much as active as you can get. I was working 40 hours per week on the job, making that income, trading my time for money. Since then though, I've actually transitioned away from that job. By the way, you can watch this video right here if you're interested about my journey towards accomplishing that. But now my most active income source is derived from my YouTube channel, being YouTube AdSense. The concept here of YouTube AdSense is pretty much as simple and straightforward as you can get. I make videos that are jam-packed with as much value as I can to share with the audience, and then when all of you watch my videos, there's ads that play, and when you see them, I essentially make a portion of that ad income. So on average, I make around $15 per 1,000 views on my channel, since my videos are mostly finance related, and so for this reason, finance topics and business topics tend to create a higher amount of money per 1,000 views than other categories of videos like entertainment. And so ad revenue is pretty much the simplest way for a content creator to create some income for the work that they're creating and putting out on the internet. Ultimately, this is all free content anyway, so it really helps when viewers end up watching the ads, even just to support the creator themselves. So in that vein, ads can definitely be annoying to watch. I completely understand, but one of the easiest ways that you can actually support a creator, not just myself, anyone that you really like, is by watching the ads that play on their videos. One of the main downsides of ad income is that this is pretty much as active as you can get, as I mentioned earlier, where this income stream feeds mostly off of continuously posting content on your YouTube channel. And as a creator, of course, the goal is to continue providing value and posting videos, but if say you take a 6-month break, this income source will severely suffer. What's more is that as a content creator on YouTube, your income is highly tied to certain things that you ultimately just cannot control, like YouTube's algorithm pushing out your videos to a wider audience. This is something that I have seen firsthand as a creator, where in my best month ever, I made around $7,000 or $8,000 in ad revenue, and most recently, for some reason, the algorithm just doesn't like my channel or my videos. I'm getting less and less views, which has contributed to last month barely cracking the $2,000 per month in ad revenue mark, which is definitely tough to swallow as a creator. It's still a complete mystery to me as to how some finance channels can get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views on every single video. Congrats to these individuals, I guess. I have tried everything under the sun, from changing my thumbnails, titles, tags, and everything else. But yeah, for some reason, the algorithm just doesn't seem to push out my videos to a really wide audience, but that's something that I've come to accept. And considering these lower levels of ad revenue, right now, this is pretty much just paying for my time at this point, because every video takes me 6 to 8 hours to write out, film, edit, produce, etc. And so taking all this into consideration, dividing it by the total time per month, it almost just breaks the minimum wage mark. Moving on to the second active income source, we have affiliate marketing. And this one is also quite straightforward and easy to understand. Essentially, I will promote some products or services that I use myself, would recommend to the audience, and ultimately think you'll benefit from, like for example, some different brokerages, bank accounts, and or other platforms. And every time a viewer uses my specific affiliate link that I share down in the description, usually you will get a compensation, and then I'll also get some form of kickback. For example, I primarily use Wealthsimple Trade and Quest Trade as my stock brokerages, and so I have specific links down in the description that if you use to sign up, you will get compensation and I'll also get a kickback. Now, I only do this for companies where I've actually used both their products or services and genuinely believe the audience will benefit from, but over time, I've probably done this with around 10 to 15 different companies. Sort of in the same vein here as ad income, where your affiliate income will be highly dependent on the volume of views that you get. Well, on average, I'll be able to convert a certain percentage of viewers towards a product that I might be promoting. So if that number is say 1%, well, 1% of 1,000 viewers is quite a bit less than 1% of 1,000,000 viewers. For this reason, my affiliate income is also highly correlated with the performance and views that I receive on my channel. The most I've ever made in a month is over $15,000 from affiliates. However, again, in more recent months, I'm barely cracking the couple $1,000 mark. So a drought in views on YouTube highly impacts the performance and income I'm receiving from my YouTube business. One of the main advantages though of affiliate income is that you can create income from simply promoting other companies' products and services without actually having to create a product or service yourself. Some companies actually run their entire business model off of affiliate income. For example, Rate Hub, where you can go and see the different rates for credit cards, loans, other types of mortgages, whatever. They make all of their money or almost all their money from affiliate income when they're promoting a certain card or mortgage product. Moving on to the third active income source, this one is relatively new and I could have never planned for in the past. It pretty much just fell on my lap from organically creating an audience on multiple different platforms. This income source is creating ads for Wealthsimple, which is a Canadian fintech company. Essentially, I will write out, produce ads myself, send them over to Wealthsimple, and they will use them to promote their products and services on multiple different social media platforms. This income source is also as active as it can get because I need to brainstorm new ideas, write out scripts, collaborate with members on their team, film them, edit them, send them over. Pretty much, I'm just making more videos each month, which takes a tremendous amount of time. I really enjoy Wealthsimple though. They're not paying me to say this in any other video that you see. I just genuinely use their platform and think that it's great for most Canadians. And so when they approached me with this opportunity, I was genuinely interested in partaking in it. And then of course, it also creates an additional income stream for me. So it's really a win-win. By the way, if you've seen any of these ads I've made for Wealthsimple, I'm sure you have, but if you have, make sure to comment down below. I'd love to see how many of my viewers have actually been shown these Wealthsimple ads. Now, in terms of how much I make from these ads, unfortunately, that's not something I'm going to share because I have a non-disclosure agreement with Wealthsimple. Active income source number 4 is brand deals with companies. And this is one of my favorite ways to make income on the channel because I can guarantee a certain amount of income for a piece of content. Whereas again, with the ad revenue and affiliate income that I'm making from videos, this is highly variable. So with brand deals, I'll take a minute or so out of a video to speak about the product or service that a company has paid me or compensated me to speak about in my video. Some examples I have done in the past include, for example, Skillshare, Addy, MASTERWORKS, as well as Morning Brew. And I really only do this once again for companies that I believe will provide value to the audience. Right now, on average, I get around 2 to 3 brand deals per month, and each one of those will generally make me around $750 USD per sponsored post. But ultimately, I'd like to have every single one of my videos sponsored. It's a great way for everyone in the audience to potentially discover new and interesting products. It creates a new income source for me, and ultimately, if you're not interested in the opportunity see, you can easily just skip over that in the video just by going like a minute later. This blows my mind, but some creators are able to easily charge 25, 30, 35,000 USD per sponsored post. But once again, this usually comes down to average view count. So with a smaller channel that gets less views, I'm not able to charge as much per sponsored post. In fact, you're probably seeing somewhat of a pattern here where even though I do have multiple different income streams, quite a few of them are tied to my YouTube business, sort of making them one income stream in a sense. And this is actually quite problematic because over time, as we've seen here, with views being quite volatile, well, less views equals less money, more views equals more money, but this is something that's completely out of my control. All I can do is try to make as good of content as possible, and the YouTube gods will decide the fate of my channel. That is why though, over the past year, I've been brainstorming more ideas to create both passive and active income sources that are not tied to YouTube, so outside of that platform. Even though YouTube has provided me with so many opportunities, I'm extremely grateful for YouTube and the platform, the audience I've been able to build. But yeah, this is just something that kind of stresses me out in a sense where I get less views, get less income, and that is completely out of my control. But I am not fully done with active income sources yet. The fifth one is going to be digital products. Over the past year and a half, I have created some digital products, being a personal finance and stock market spreadsheet, along with a full video stock market investing course for beginner to intermediate investors, where you'll learn absolutely everything that you need to know to properly navigate the market, and then also create a portfolio that suits your needs as an investor. And just for the sake of it, because I'm feeling somewhat generous in today's video, I'll give everyone watching today's video only 25% off the course. I'll leave a link down in the description with that coupon code. That course though, with over 60 video lectures, took me months upon months to put together because I was writing out, well, conceptualizing the course, writing out the scripts, filming, editing each one, all while also having a full-time job and trying to post 2 to 3 videos on YouTube just to stay relevant with the audience. So that was an extremely difficult task to overcome. What started off as an extremely active income source though, while I was creating the course, has now somewhat transitioned over into a passive income source where it kind of just lives on my website, and when viewers are interested in it, they can just sign up and I don't actually have to really do anything more. Of course, there's no inventory since this is a digital product, and there are very few other fees. The only real fee associated with the course is the yearly plan for, or the cost I should say, for the platform that it is hosted on, and that's around $2,000 per year, which is quite expensive actually, but at least it is tax deductible. So of course, just by the nature of a product launch near the beginning of when I did launch that investing course, it made a bit more income. However, now on a month-to-month basis, it's around $500 to around $1,500 per month, but that is a very passive income source. All right, moving on to income source. I think we're at 6. Yeah, that sounds about right. This is a newer income source as well that I only started doing maybe around 3 to 4 months ago, and that is one-on-one coaching with viewers that want maybe a bit more in-depth information about specific questions that they might have for their own personal life or situation. This is something that I used to do exclusively if someone would actually send me an email on my business email, or say DM me on Instagram asking for some coaching of some type. It's not something I've ever really promoted. This in fact is one of the first times I actually am promoting it on the channel. So if you are interested in doing that though, there is a link down in the description, or you can just email me directly or send me an Instagram DM. And that's something that I just do quite casually. If someone has any questions, we can book a call and speak about all of that in detail. And the reason why I offer this, genuinely, I would like to answer as many questions and comments as possible, but for real, I get hundreds upon hundreds of questions all the time. Some people send me paragraph long questions. I just don't have time to respond to all of this, considering everything that I have going on. I wish I did, but if you do want to take it one step further, that is something that I offer. All right, that pretty well wraps it up though for the active income sources as of right now. Let's move on into the passive income sources. And the first one, the most simple, is the dividend income and appreciation that I receive in the stock market from my dividend stocks, blue chip stocks, as well as exchange traded funds. Now, I will concede that this isn't necessarily income per se, and actually I don't even consider this to be income that I use on a month-to-month basis. Any type of dividend income, portfolio appreciation, whatever, I just reinvest back into the growth of that portfolio, as I'm not really looking to utilize that income to pay for any type of living expense that I have right now. But over time, this is just a compounding effect to grow the value of my portfolio. And if you're new to stock market investing, by the way, do yourself a favor, check out this video right here that I made. It's an hour long, it's a masterpiece, honestly. 1 hour long video going over the basics, ins and outs of investing in the stock market as a beginner. Next up in the passive income category, I actually consider this to be more portfolio income, but that is the rental properties that I own, both the equity I'm building in them, the appreciation over time, as well as the the cash flow that I'm making on a month-to-month basis from these properties. With that said, I actually consider my rental portfolio to be more of an active business than a passive income or portfolio investment, really, because I view this more as, something that I can actively invest in, flip properties. In fact, over the past 2 years, I've sold now 3 different properties to materialize a nice profit. And the cash flow is also something that I invest in and contributes greatly to the growth of my wealth over time. And in reality, I consider my property portfolio to be more of an active business where I'm actively trying to source new deals, renovate them, and then increase the property value. The beauty of real estate and why I like it so much is that regardless of how my YouTube business performs, if I don't have any one-on-one coaching, don't sell any courses, if, let's say, worst case scenario, worst month, I make $0 from everything else, well, at a strict minimum, I'm making a couple $1,000s each month from cash flow, and then also equity being built in those properties from the tenants paying down those loans. That's a minimum of a couple $1,000s each month going towards my net worth. So right now, though, with the current portfolio, cash flows are around $2,000 per month, which is something I'm looking to continuously improve on. And then the equity being built from tenants paying down the loans is in the realms of $3,500 or so, which is pretty awesome because that also does not even take into account any of the forced appreciation that I'm bringing to those properties through strategic renovations, raising rents, etc. Again, if you want to learn more about investing in real estate, check out this video. Full comprehensive video about how you can start investing in real estate yourself. And then finally, really my last source of passive or portfolio income is from the Ethereum mining rig that I set up now almost 4 years ago, or it might have actually been more than 4 years ago now. Anyways, I have a 3 GPU mining rig that has been just chugging along mining Ethereum over the past 4-ish years. And this is one of those things where it's also highly tied to, or the profitability, I should say, of it is highly tied to the market price of 1 ETH. However, right now we're seeing a skyrocketing price in this cryptocurrency. And so for this reason, every single day I'm making around, pretty sure it's around 750 across those 3 GPUs, in 750 USD, that is, across those 3 GPUs. And because I live in Quebec, energy is extremely cheap. So over time, I've actually sold off a chunk of that ETH just to cover my cost basis on how much it costs to build that rig. And so now everything is just in pure profits at this point. I know we covered quite a few income streams in today's video, and I really hope that it allowed you to maybe think of new income streams that you can implement in your life or spark up some other alternative ideas for income streams. At the end of the day, just make sure that over time you're trying to create at least 2 to 3 different income streams so you're not relying solely on one single income streams that would probably be from employment income. That really wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me the favor, smash the like button. That is what helps my YouTube channel grow and helps support creators such as myself on YouTube. And again, if you want to learn more about stock market investing, personal finance, real estate, all of the above, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to be notified of new and upcoming content. We're trying to make 100K here. It's taking forever, but hopefully we can get to 100K by the end of the year. So subscribe to the channel and let's make that goal a reality. Comment down below, and with that said, thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next one.